Okay, so I think the way you should be doing it, I'll be recording the class. Then after the class, I will send the video link to you guys in the group. No, you're not in the group.
And that number I give you was wrong, actually. So just
I even called you this morning,
it's not good.
and it's not going.
I remember that.
So just have put your number in, your WhatsApp number.
Hmm.
So then after the class, you will watch the video. Then you will now, based on the video, you develop the file. That will be the first assignment every class. So you're not going to be doing anything in the class, just listen and ask questions. Then try to understand. So after the class, you watch the video again. You come up with the class file. That will be the first assignment, and maybe you can still drop some questions in the group as well. So I think that would be easier to go about. So I'm expecting another guy to join. He'll be joining online, but I'm not sure if he's available yet.
Okay, yes, that's cool.
Pick your number.
Yeah, it's fine.
But you just save this one.
I just
Okay.
saved this one. The other one can delete the now. I say can delete the other.
Maybe you should do. Maybe I don't have save it now. And so you should delete it also. So uh, so I believe everybody here we are all computer scientists, Abi. So we study computer science, and one way or the other, we've had like an experience in programming. We've done Java. I think that's the first year programming language everybody learned. So which school are you from? Which school?
Admiralty University.
Advanced University. Okay. So our boss over there is from last Abi. Okay. His name is Olumide. Abi. Are you Muslim or you Christian? No. Muslim. What's your Muslim name? Sadiq. That's fine. Okay. And Comfort. Muslim or Christian? Christian. And this is Mr. Joshua. So he's a pastor.
Hey!
So but me, my name is Ali. So I'm in between. Actually, I'm a Muslim. I'm not in between. So now we are starting with JavaScript. I believe we all have basic of HTML. We can do one or two things with HTML, CSS, and probably Bootstrap. So I dropped a video link in the group this morning. It's for Bootstrap. So we were working on learning it. Actually, I was yes. I have a training ongoing. So it's not for chronicles. Just normal training that I do for 2-3 guys sometimes. So and I record the video. We have the class like every day, Monday to Thursday, and probably if we miss a class, we do it in the weekend. So and we do the class maybe in the evening between 5 and 7 or between 8 and 10 every day like that. So you guys can still join the training if you want to join. We have like maybe between that 5 and 7, maybe on the road going home. So it will not be easy for you to join the class. So I will just be dropping the link. If you're available, no in the end, anytime we are about to start the class again, I will drop the
Yeah, we are available at that class.
yes.
Yeah.
So that one is that again. So we are starting JavaScript. In this particular class, we are not going back to HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap. Although our projects here, we are going to be using the JavaScript, Bootstrap. Then after the JavaScript class, we are going to move to maybe framework. And the only framework I know is Angular. I don't know React, and I'm very sure almost everybody here will want to learn React. So if Mr. Solomon want to take up that, so depend on what you want. So framework I know is Angular with Ionic. So after the JavaScript training, we can move to that. But for now, we are in JavaScript. I don't know how long we are going to be having this training, but so a quick introduction about JavaScript. We all know what JavaScript is, have we? So it's the most popular programming language on earth, or in the multiverse, if you believe in multiverse. So the reason why JavaScript is that popular is not because it's special, no, but the usability. You can use it to do almost anything. Web application, mobile application, desktop application, backend, front-end, and so you can use JavaScript to do it, almost everything. But the funniest thing is that JavaScript is also built with C++. So can you imagine? You see all these programming language we are talking about, they are also a program. So we are in computer science. I don't need to be explaining what is a program, what is a programming language, what is, and so on like that. We've done that in school. So programming languages, like, they are language that we are using to write programs, but they are also a program. So there are somebody that will come up together, right, to write the, okay, this guy is here. So to write the language. Hello, Ashraf.
Alright.
I sound loud. So I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yes.
Okay, so you're welcome. So we've not gone far, so just pay attention.
Okay.
Okay, so where were we? So what was I talking about? Okay, so I said they are also a program written by some people or some group.
Are you sharing your screen? Because I can't see anything.
Oh, okay.
And it's only me and you that are in the group self, that are on the call.
Yes, we are on, because we are joining online. The class is physical class, so we are four here.
Okay.
So that's why. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So now they are programmed on their own by people. You know, all this set of rules, like, okay, we type this, we perform this functionality, if you do this, if you do that. So they are softwares. So you just have to have that in mind. Where's the mic?
Are you recording the class for
Yes, I'm recording.
Okay.
So now JavaScript was written with C++ and it's being managed by ECMA group. So that's why we have ECMA scripts. I think they started from 1, 2, 3. I think we are in 7 or so now. Let's check. Latest ECMA script version. So latest edition. Initial release was okay. The first time JavaScript was released in ECMAScript version was in 1997, and I think later is ES7. So ES7 is like ECMAScript 7. So ECMAScript, like the version there we have 1, 2, 3 up to 7. It's like standard. Like when you are upgrading software, so the first one, the second one will be a little bit better than the first one, and so on. So we are in version 7 right now. So aside that, JavaScript, what we are going to be focusing on is not JavaScript here. So we are not going to be like, okay, front end mainly, back end mainly, or going to the mobile as well. Yes, I said ECMAScript, ECMA group. So they are the one behind JavaScript. So ECMAScript is now, when you had ES7, ES1, ES2, 3, 4, 5, they are like versions of JavaScript. So they are JavaScript, but versions of JavaScript. So they have standard. Originally, when you are writing, especially when you want to declare variables in JavaScript, so before we use var to declare variable var. So right now we use let, and you can use constant as well. So it is based on the fashion. If you are writing fashion 4.5, you can still use var, but if you are writing 6.7, you use let. So that's the upgrade you can see. So it's like you are upgrading the software, something like that. So leaving the ECMA story, so we are not going to be focusing on maybe mobile aspects, desktop aspects. One thing about JavaScript is you can write it plainly as normal, and you can still compile it for web. It will work. When you are writing your code, you'll be running it on the website, on the web browser, right? So everything is web originally. But that simple, you can just compile it into a mobile app. That's it's as simple as that. So that simple that you are seeing on your web browser, you can compile it with mobile app, compile it with a desktop application, so on. So that's JavaScript. And you can even compile it. Apart from when I'm talking about mobile app, we have different types of file or operating system right now. We have Android, we have iOS. They are the most common one now. So you can compile it for Android, for iOS, and so on. Even our software here, the main software that the main product that we have here is what? Success tab, I mean, Success tab. Our main product here is Success tab. Do you know that? Have you heard of Success tab?
No,
On the
I haven't
website?
heard of it.
You know because the reason why is Success tab is for Chronicles, yeah, so it's our product. So yeah, don't worry, you can go search it, Success tab, and Success tab, as in tablet. So
Okay.
we also have it's a tablet, an educational tablet for secondary school students. Yes, and that's it.
I've seen it.
You've seen it, okay. Don't worry, you're no more in secondary school, but you can buy it for your sisters and brothers. So then
Okay.
we have Success box as well, and smart reader. So Success tab is tablet, but the main engine there is the operating system, the OS. The OS in that, although the layer on Success tab is we have the hardware, we have Android running on this. Now we now have our own customized OS running on the Android. So now that OS that we are talking about is written in pure JavaScript, like what we want to be learning now. So it's written in pure. There's nothing, no other programming language there. So it's written in pure JavaScript. You see it will look normal to you that okay, so this is the code that makes that operating system. So on that operating system, so we still have some other softwares like Success tab, Success box. We have two patterns of Success box. We have for WAEC, JAM, and BEC. For WAEC practice, JAM practice, and Beke, junior WAEC. So and the smart reader as well. Smart reader is like e-library. So all those softwares are written in JavaScript, only JavaScript. So you will not use any framework, you will not even use JavaScript framework to write them. So I think there's another phone that is vibrating here. Not really my phone. Okay. So those are the use cases of JavaScript. If you learn JavaScript plainly and you are good at it, it is enough for you as a software developer. So it's even more than enough. There's no way you can learn everything in JavaScript finish. Like now, let's say you want to learn React Native, you want to learn Angular, you want to learn Node. I think there's even Nest.js and Nuxt.js now. So they are all Express.js. Okay, in fact, we have a lot of JavaScript libraries and frameworks. Like there's no way you can learn everything in JavaScript. So as a developer, JavaScript alone is enough for you as a programming language. So if you are learning this, you have to be like serious with it. So and one mistake that we used to do as a computer scientist is that in school almost every year they introduce another programming language to us. So let's say first year you did not learn anything in your first year. Until you first year, second semester there's a programming language. Basic. Fortran. Okay, your own is Fortran. Polytechnic, this thing, curriculum. First year, first semester, you learn basic, basic, object oriented basic.
No Javascript.
Not Visual Basic.
Oh, this.
Yes. The Visual Basic is a programming language on its own. So, and it used for the desktop development, desktop application. Yes. Basic is normal programming language, like the first programming language that they developed, the first one. So, basic, then normally you use it to learn syntax. So it's also I think it's an high level, yes, an high level language too. So you use it to learn syntax like an algorithm. When you are writing algorithm and you can practicalize it, you see results. So basic is there. Then second semester you write Java, you do Java. As in, I'm talking about polytechnic curriculum now. So Java. Then the second year. So second year, first one is Visual Basic, first semester. Then second semester is Fortran and Kobo. So two programming language in second semester. So then third year you write assembly language, C++. That's the first semester. Second semester you learn Pascal. I think yes, Pascal. So these are the language that they learn in polytechnic basically. So now the issue we now have is okay, first year you learn basic, second semester you started Java. Maybe you've been doing some things with Java that you are developing yourself little by little. Then you come in the second year, they start Visual Basic again. And one thing about Visual Basic is it's a graphical oriented programming language. If you are not strong, you leave Java and go for Visual Basic because it is easy. You install your Visual Studio Code and bam, you are developing, drag and drop, pin. When you see something easy and you are like, okay, anything I want to do with JavaScript, I can do it with Visual Basic, and it's quite simpler, easier to do. So good for that. Now, second year, you start Fortran. Okay.
But which one is actually better?
Java is better than, although yes, Java is better in the general sense. Java is better. Very complex, complex and long. So
Python.
no, Java. We are talking of Java. Java is very complex and
Is Java different from JavaScript?
yes, it's different.
Okay.
So now the problem there is there's no consistency. So almost every semester you learn new programming language, and now for you to make a choice is very difficult because you need to read for your exam, practice it during the class, and so that's just the problem. But to be a software developer, you need consistency. You pick a programming language, you work it through from A to Z. You don't really need to like learn this, learn that. You don't need to know everything. Like okay, I can write Java, I can write JavaScript, I can write Fortran, I can write no. That's not what's going to make you a programmer or a software developer. No. You only need to know one programming language, and with that one you can do anything with it. So after maybe when you become an expert in that one, you can now like okay, let me divert and still be doing one or two things. But you only need a programming language as a software developer. So now let's say we are choosing JavaScript now. So with JavaScript, you can be a full stack, you can be a front end, you can be a back end. One thing in Java is there's no back end, there's no front end in Java. If you are writing Java, you are a Java developer. Although they have their own areas too. So they have some areas like category you can choose to go this route or that route in Java as well. But in JavaScript, so talking of the web sense of it, so you can be anything you want to be. Now I think we should leave the introduction for now. If there's any question, we can address that in the group, and so I think that's a useful introduction.
Okay.
You have a question?
No?
Okay. So I think we should follow the bit curriculum. So by the time we treat everything here, you should be confident enough to write JavaScript software. So now what we have here, their own introduction. So that is the popular language on the web, easy to learn. Yes, that's one thing about when you are learning programming language in school. So they list is it features of that programming language. Easy to learn, is it dynamic programming language, is statically written or dynamically written.
How do exclude this JavaScript in syllabus?
Okay, they exclude it. You say why did they exclude it? Because I don't know, because I'm not part of the team that decide the syllabus, but someone is not. Just leave it. Wait. That guy there, that's his job. I don't know. You now go and sit down at that back and be expecting me to go play the game for him. Let the person be there. I hope you see you that is there. So when he comes, you know who to ask that. Why are you doing the game for him? Let the person be there. So now, the reason why they list all the features like that is okay for you to know okay what you are getting into. Now, what they listed here is most popular is programming language of the web, yes, and easy to learn. Is it easy to learn? Also in the features of Java as well, I think easy to learn is also there. So everything is easy to learn until you get into it. Now you that okay, it's not really that easy. And this tutorial will teach you Java and basic to apply. So let's not waste our time there. Then why study JavaScript? JavaScript is one of the three languages all web developers must learn. Although HTML is not a programming language, don't get it twisted. CSS is not a programming language. From the name, HTML is a markup language. So CSS is a styling, cascading style sheet. While JavaScript is a real programming language. So and it is used to JavaScript to program the behavior of the web page. Yes, that's it is being used to program the behavior of the web page, your content and everything. You want your content to behave in some ways. Maybe when you click this button, you want an action to be performed. When you do that, you just want to show some behaviors in your content. So you use JavaScript, but that's not the only use case of JavaScript. It's using this. So when JavaScript first came out, so the only thing they used to do is just use it to build interaction on your web page. But right now, we are going far than that. So now, environment setup. Before we come back to the V3 school, to environment setup for JavaScript. To write JavaScript, we are going to be using Visual Studio Code. That's okay.
Maybe my recording, maybe the recording is still going because it's a little bit skipping.
No, I am recording.
Okay.
So to write JavaScript, we need two things. Number one, we need our Visual Studio Code text editor. We may not be using Visual Studio Code. That's my own choice. So we can be using which other one? Sublime Text, Atom, and so on like that. There are many. So, and you can be using Notepad as too. You know, there are some good videos that like they want to type everything from A to Z. So it doesn't matter. Don't deceive yourself that okay, if you want to like learn something, you use Notepad. It doesn't matter. So don't need to be forming Google or anything. Just make sure you get the job done and you have basic understanding of how everything works. So we use Visual Studio Code. I believe you all have our Visual Studio Code already. We don't need to install that. The next thing we need is Chrome Fiat engine.
Can you come again?
Don't worry. I'm not Jesus, but I will come again. So this is what I said. Chrome Fiat engine. So the actual thing that we need is this Fiat engine. Although we are not going to be installing it like a software on our system. So anything that have this Fiat engine can run your JavaScript. So this is the real deal. This is the only place where JavaScript can run. So the reason why we can run JavaScript on our browser is because our browser has that Fiat engine inbuilt in it. So that's that. What is it that I want to lock the door? Maybe you should lock the door. So, hmm? Lock it. So then I think there's another one for this one is for Google. I think there's another one for Google Chrome. I said Google Chrome for Firefox. JS engine. Spider Monkey, yes. So on Spider Monkey is Mozilla JavaScript and WebAssembly engine. So when you finish JavaScript, so I already said it. Okay, let's read this. Spider Monkey is Mozilla JavaScript and WebAssembly engine used in Firefox, Safari, and various other projects. It is written in C++, Rust, and JavaScript. So you can embed.
Rust is in programming language.
Yes, we have a lot of programming languages like go, come, back, front. So yes. Now Rust is another programming language, and it's actually a very good one. So you can embed it into C++ and Rust project, and it can be run as a standalone shell. It can also be compiled to WASI, C or online demo. So but where I'm going here is that either you use that Fiat engine, Fiat Google Chrome, Fiat JavaScript engine, or you use that Spider Monkey to run your JavaScript. So that's where our JavaScript is compiled. Like
Which one is actually better? Which one is advisable to use?
this is not a game of which one is better. It depends on which platform. If you are using Google Chrome to run your JavaScript now, you are using Fiat. If you are using Firefox as your browser, you are using Spider Monkey. So it's not a matter of do I need to choose between Spider Monkey and Fiat. No. So and also apart from the browser, so we can also run our JavaScript using Node.js. So Node.js also contains the Fiat engine. So the Node.js 2 was written in C++, if I'm not mistaken as well. So it's a JavaScript framework, but it is written in C++. So you see the programming word there, you can really say what is what. So JavaScript framework is written in C++. Unlike, have you heard of Laravel?
Yeah.
No Laravel. So Laravel is a PHP framework.
I think I read it from you.
Okay. So JavaScript is Laravel is a PHP framework written in PHP, and I think Symfony 2 is there. The part of Laravel is Symfony. Symfony is also a PHP framework. So when people are coming up with frameworks and so on, so they make use of so many programming languages. You can use this programming language to write part of it, use that one to write another aspect of it, and compile it, and okay, they can. But the decision is based on okay, how do I want to make this framework look? So if the person that developed Laravel can decide okay, Laravel is not a PHP framework, and decide to put it on JavaScript, something like that. So, but although there are some instances that you are not the one to choose, but in most cases you can decide okay, with this particular framework, I want to make sure that it runs on so engine and so on. So Laravel is it's a PHP framework written in PHP Symfony. So since Symfony is also a PHP framework, so that means 100% of Laravel is written in PHP. Although there are so many other features of Laravel now that are not PHP stuff. But now, as we are talking about Node.js is a backend. You want to write backend side of JavaScript. So you use Node.js, make use of JavaScript syntax and everything to write the backend, but it was written in C++. Now, when we install our Node.js, we install Node.js on this system now, we can run JavaScript in the command line because we have Node.js installed. Although I have it already on my own system, but to install Node, so you just need to go to Google, type Node.js. Node.js. This is their website, nodejs.org. Then you download your own version. So when you download and install your Node.js, then come to your command line to check that okay you have it installed. So just type node and enter. So it will show you the version and so on. Also when you install, it's like we are inside Node.js now. So let me come outside. Okay. So now Node.js comes with npm. So the full meaning of do you know the full meaning of npm? Have you heard of it? Okay. Have you heard of npm? npm. Okay. So what's the full meaning? Okay, npm is used. It's not really for that local host alone. So that's a feature of like a function of it. So npm is node package manager. So node package manager. So we have some. This one is for node. We have other package manager like composer as well. So what they mean by package manager is you. How can I explain it? So package manager is like a box. Let's put it that way. A box whereby anybody can just come with their own source code and put it inside the box, so that the users, if you install that box on your system, you have access to all the code that everybody have written and they have inside that box. You can use it to suit your own purpose and so on. So the reason why you can use it to create that local stuff is because someone that has written maybe a snippet of code that can perform that functionality, and they package it inside the npm. So that's why you can use it to do that. So npm itself is a package manager. It doesn't have any specific code, but previous you can just drop something there and you can use it. So you can use it for so many other things. So that's that. So composer is for backend. You can use it like use your npm. I think I have composer, yes. Well, okay, yes, I have composer, yes. So if you are writing Laravel, so you use composer to install your Laravel and so on. So now moving on. So I think we are through with what you can do with JavaScript. What do you need to run your JavaScript, Abi? So we are through with that. So let's write a simple hello world in JavaScript. So before we do that, we are going to do that in two different okay. Before we go, let's get our project folder. Let's get the folder. So, and to do this, I don't think I need to explain how to get a project folder. Abi? I need to do that.
Yes.
No. So I've already created the folder in my desktop. I name it JavaScript.js, and I have a file inside it, index.html. So now, and inside it I have some codes already. So although we are not going to be using this code right now, and I comment it out. So let's say we have an empty file like this. So to write our JavaScript, number one, you need your normal HTML skeleton. So we have this. Then there are two ways you can write you can put your JavaScript here. You can put it in the end section of the page, and you can put it in the body section. But the standard practice, you put it at the bottom of it should be the last line in your body. So when you want to put your JavaScript, you come to the body, the last line after you've written all your code and everything, you come to the last line and drop your JavaScript there. The reason for that is when you put it in the head, so you know There's a difference between compiler and interpreter, right? What's the difference between compiler and interpreter?
Compiler run faster. Interpreter interprets language step by step.
Step by step.
Like Python can prepare
I can't hear what you're saying.
Maybe if you speak louder.
like compiler is different from interpreter. Compiler
Yes.
needs to compile the file, but it's run faster than interpreter. For interpreter, it executes programs according to how it's written.
Yes. Okay.
So if there is error, it will not move down to the next code. It will bring out error. That is basic.
It's like interprets line by line.
Everything at once.
Okay. I think that the easiest way to explain it is okay. Interpreter interpret line by line. Compiler compile everything, and to show you your errors at runtime. So, like now, what we are doing here, this is an interpreted language. Not that I think there's something that we compile everything. No. So JavaScript is an interpreted language. So it uses interpreter. So now, and if let's say our web entirely is like interpreted language. You know, when you are writing Java, you need to compile it. So that's the compile language. So when you and the function of a compiler is actually to convert your high-level language into a machine code. So machine readable code. So now that machine readable code, when you open it, you won't be able to, you won't understand anything there. But that's the code that the computer actually understands. So interpreter is a little like a step higher than compiler in that sense. So that when you write code and you have error, so when you get to a line there's error there, it interprets line by line. So let's stop there. Now you want to run this one now, this particular page, you start from the doc type. Okay, what's the meaning of doc type? After that you move to the HTML, head, meta, and so on. So our web page is going to be what? Interpreted line by line. So it will be after one line to move to another one. So if you have your JavaScript at the end here, so that means the order of execution is after the title, you have your JavaScript. So when you have JavaScript here like this, if everything will work fine, don't worry. But the issue there is you have let's say you have a big website, a landing page, very big one, and you have a lot of JavaScript there. Your web page, your web browser will make sure that it interpreted all the code in your JavaScript before it moves to to your content, the actual content of that website. And for the user experience, let's start from there. For the user experience, for someone that just coming to your website, what they want to see is okay, we see the letter, they see the beautiful website and everything. But when they open, your browser is still rolling because the web browser is interpreting your JavaScript. And if there's any code, that's the end. The website will not show. So to eliminate that kind of scenario, so it's better you put your listing in the body. And also another advantage of writing your JavaScript in the body is that JavaScript, we are writing it to interpret to interact with our web page. Now we want to call, let's say we are writing a JavaScript in the head, but the content that we actually want to interact with are in the body. We want to interact with content in the body at the bottom, but we are writing the interaction at the top. So it's like we are giving our web browser a lot of work. So instead of you to just look up, okay, by the time you are declaring a variable and you are calling maybe a button, that button has not been declared yet when you are calling it. You are giving it the work of okay, we're going up, coming down, now we're looking for the button. But when you are when you finish your development and you are at the bottom of the body, you call it button, automatically the browser already like render that button. The browser understand the button that okay, there's a button called so name here. By the time you are referring to that button in your JavaScript, there's no need for the browser to just be looking or to be searching for another button again. So it's like okay, we've already rendered our element, so calling them will be what's easier with JavaScript. So those are the two main advantages of putting your listing at the body. So and it's the standard practice. So you don't even need to just know that okay, when you see someone writing JavaScript here, know that it's very possible to write your JavaScript here, but it's not the best practice. So you know sometimes when you know how to do something but you don't know it is possible to do it another way, and you see someone doing it, it be like okay, that's not how to write program, like that's not how to write JavaScript. You do it here, it will not work, but it will actually work. But just because you don't know that you can do it there doesn't make it wrong or right. Although it is right, you can do it there, but it is wrong for the standard practice. So just note that. So we are going for JavaScript, and to write your JavaScript in this, you know, we are inside HTML page like this. This is not the JavaScript page. So to write your JavaScript here, we need to declare script. So it is in between this script. This is a tag as well. So it is in between this script tag that we are going to have all our JavaScript. So we want to write a hello world. That's the first thing to write in programming language. A hello world. And then they're saying that by the time you can write a hello world in any programming language, you should add it to your CV that okay, I know how to write this programming language. I mean now you can write a hello world already. What else do you need? So now open with live server. I hope you understand what I'm doing. I'm opening with live server. So that live server is an extension of this Visual Studio Code. So now you have it here. Here's our live server. Okay. So bam, you have our hello world. Okay. You are expecting me to show the code on the page, Abby? No, it won't show like that. Okay, if you want it to show it, one thing about HTML web page is that everything you are going to see on the web page that is showing is an HTML. So your JavaScript will not come like okay, you write only one JavaScript line like this, and you want it to show on your web page. No, it's not possible. Good morning, sir.
Anna.
Yes, sir. So
Comfortably. I hope you are enjoying the class.
So
Bolu. Have you Lumide? How is the class going? Which one are you doing?
JavaScript, yes. So if you want to show anything on your web page like this, you can just come here and type. But this is not the JavaScript. So this is a hello world in what? In HTML. Hello world in HTML. So although we can manipulate this with JavaScript to show in the body here like this, but you know what you just need there is alert. There's another way to do it, but it won't show on the web page like that of HTML. But we can use another way. We can do this. We have something like console. So console is like a command line interface that we have with our browser. Now in the console, almost all the command that you write that you need in JavaScript, you can just come here. Okay, let me put it this way. Console, all the JavaScript that we are writing in our Visual Studio Code, you can just come to the console as well and just write it. And it will take effect, happen, if you affect your web page and everything. So it's like that. So we can write our JavaScript there and we can still run it there. So I think that's an example of, yes, that's what we do in command line too. Since we have our Node.js installed, we can go there, write our JavaScript there, and we can run it there in the command line. So it's like a little command line in the browser.
I called you. Said you come tomorrow.
You're not giving himself the time you will come. I will call him later.
So
Okay.
yes, sir. So the console is like a little command prompt or command line embedded in the browser. So now you have the hello world. We can have our hello world here too as hello world. You can see the first one is alert and the second one anytime you come to this page, this an alert, it will pop up, and that's it. So to view our console view our console, the first tab we have here is elements. So this contains all the code that we have in our HTML file. Everything is what will be here. So you can come here and change anything, and if you are what it will take effect on our page. And here is our console. You can see we have a hello world here, have it? So if we go back now, I think we should have it splitted like this, so that we don't need to be going back and forth. So if you come here now, we do one hello world. Wait. Let's comment this one out. Do one that. Hello world 3. Can have it. Then let's say hello world. I am learning. What am I typing now? Javascript. So that's how I do work program in Javascript. But let's say we come here, we have an h1 tag, and we have this where we want to show our hello world with what? With Javascript. So let's say we don't give it anything, we don't put any content there. No, it's not showing. So to manipulate this with JavaScript, so all we need to do is what? Assign an ID to it like this. Let's say hello. So this is the ID there. So we can now come to JavaScript here like this and type this magic line document dot get element by ID. Because we have ID here already, so we can get that element by the ID. And what's the ID? The ID is what? Hello. Then we can now customize it. Let's say, let's grab the inner HTML. Because inner HTML equals to what? Hello world. So do we have hello world on our page now? Not. I think we have. So we have hello world. With what? With h1 manipulated by JavaScript. So that's what we can do. If you go to this web page now and inspect, what you're going to be seeing here. So when you come to the element, you can see that okay, inside this element now we have h1, the ID of hello, and the content is what? Hello world. And if you go to your code, you know this hello world is coming from JavaScript, not from the actual HTML. So that's the power of JavaScript. So we can use it to manipulate. Even let's say we have a test here already. Let's say hello world here. We have that hello world here already. So now we have that. Originally we don't have this line here. Our hello world is still shown. So but you can use JavaScript to change it dynamically.
I have a question.
What's the question?
For example, now, let's say that using your HTML, maybe you wrote something else apart from hello world, and your JavaScript, you wrote hello world. Which one is going to be executed?
Okay, you mean the other execution? So you see that's what we that's the terminology for like that is your question now. So to solve that, right, we need a what do you call it? So there's something called order of execution. So the order of execution is which one take priority or which one takes superiority. Like now we have our elements, we have our content written in it, and now we still have HTML, our JavaScript that we are using to manipulate, and we have the same content in the two. So which one will work? Like we are saying the same thing, although the results can come from either of the two, but which one are we actually saying on the board? So The direct answer is JavaScript will take security. This particular one we have it inside JavaScript is what we'll be showing. The reason why number one is this, we have our HTML written already, and there's content inside.
Yes.
So there's content inside it. Now going to JavaScript, what we are doing with JavaScript is we are getting that HTML tag and we are customizing it irrespective of what is inside that HTML before. So our JavaScript is going to take effect. So in order to confirm that we can change the content inside our JavaScript, and it will change. So assuming the one inside HTML is one working, these our changes will not take effect. So that's that. So we have that little one there. Now moving on, we are able to demonstrate a new word in JavaScript, all every possible way we can do it. Number one is using your alert. And we've all seen the effect of alert there, using your console.log, and we know where that will be showing, and also manipulating an HTML tag. So now moving forward, and another thing with JavaScript is don't forget terminate all your line with what? With semicolon. Normally with HTML you don't need to terminate anything, just write everything and you are good to go. But in JavaScript you must terminate all your lines with semicolon. Now let's go to variable declaration in JavaScript. So variable declaration in JavaScript. So we have that. You can see that hello world is still what. So let me just comment this one out here. So now there are 4 ways of declaring variables in JavaScript. 4 ways. Number one, wait, why is it not taking effect?
Okay.
So number one way of declaring variable in JavaScript is using var. Let me type this.
You know, like so that your browser is going to be automatically refresh.
Yes, I'm using live this thing now. I don't know why it's not
But me, I'm still seeing go live.
go live.
Yes.
Okay. No, that's not the tab I'm using. That's another Visual Studio tab. So
Okay.
variable declaration in JavaScript. So number one, using var. Number 2, using let. Number 3, using const. And number 4, using nothing. When I mean nothing, it's not like I'm typing, you type nothing, then you now put your variable name or no. But you just type in your variable name and it will work.
Okay.
So example. So example. To declare variable with var, just start with var, then your variable name. Do we need to write the syntax? You don't really need it again. So, but for record purpose, syntax. What is the spelling of syntax again? Like this? That correct like this? Syntax. So for variable name.
The 2 forward slash is to comment. I believe that's how to comment it.
Yes. Then followed by the value and end with what? Semicolon. So that's that. Same way for let, const, and the other one of nothing. So we have let. Okay, we have const and we have nothing. So these are what? These are ways to declare variable in JavaScript. So number one, in practice, let's declare for, let's say num1 equals to, we can have num1 to be equals to 1 2 3. Then example of let strg1 equals to a name like that, and for constant, let's say this one is constant for equals to 25, and one of nothing variable equals to display nothing. So these are to declare variable in what? In JavaScript. And after declaring your variable, we can output them. To output our variable, so let's use our output lines. It's either alert, we can use alert, we can use console line, and we can use our JavaScript HTML manipulation. So let's use console. Okay, yes, I skipped that because I want to go there later. Now, yes, let's finish the variable declaration stuff. Now we move to data type. So console.log to output our variables to make sure that they are working. So the first one is num1. That's it. What are we expecting now? Output like this: 1 2 3. So in the console we have 1 2 3. So like we have 1 2 3. So another on the next one, console.log, we have strg1. We should have that in our console too. .log, what's the second one? cst fab, that one is the constant, which is 25. Then we have console.log for the nothing guy, .log for nothing fab, so display nothing. So these are what example of variable declaration in JavaScript. Now moving forward, before we move out of the variable declaration, so for your own good, don't indulge in the habit of using far to declare a variable. Just anything you want to declare, just use let. So if you still use the far, it will work, but one day that file will be depreciated finally, and it will not be working, and your web page will be what? Will be broken down. You still need to go back online and edit it. So it's better you continue with let, so you are learning from the scratch. So now, there's a difference between let and const. Let is just normal variable, while const is for constant. So when you declare a variable with constant, you cannot change the value. Okay, so for example, you've already assigned a value for str1, which is variable we declare with let. You can come back here and say strg1 is equals to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and we terminate our line. So can you see the difference now? You can see that the value has changed. Originally, the value inside that strg1 is what is a string and it's a name. So now we are assigning another value to it. That's one thing about variable. A variable, the value of a variable can change along the line in your code. But for constant, you cannot just come here and pick the constant name and assign another value to it. It will not work. You're going to see an error that okay, uncomp type error assignment to constant variable. Once you declare your constant, the value is what there. It's a constant. A constant is something that cannot change based on that English. So there's no way you can reassign value to your constant. That's the difference between what the variable name and the constant declaration. So we have that. So another thing that I want to show you before we move on is this. You can see that there's a mix up. Unlike every other programming language, if maybe you've done Java before, if you're a Java developer or a Java student, so you be seeing some things here like a taboo. A taboo means what I mean by a taboo is this. In Java, you need to declare your what? A variable. You declare your variable, and I think this is how they declare variable in Java. You start with your when you want to declare variable in Java. Yeah, now remind me. Yes, I want to let me quickly remember. I want to show you like the difference between declaring variable in Java and JavaScript. How do we start again? Okay, let's say you start with public, then the variable name, public string, then data type. If I'm not mistaken, data type. Then you can now assign value to its value. So you can see that we don't need to specify in JavaScript here. You don't need to specify at first. We don't need all this public, private, or anything. Number one, it's not compulsory, although you can do it, but we don't need to specify the data type of that variable. You can see that when I said num1, I just assign what 1, 2, 3 to it, and that 1, 2, 3 is what is what
That's a variable.
Value assigned to
That's the value.
is the value. But what type of value is 1, 2, 3?
that's
That's integer. Yes. So by the time I change it to a string like this, it's still 1, 2, 3, but the value has the type has changed from string to what? To integer. So in JavaScript, you can assign an integer value to a variable originally, and let's say we come here, let's say just come here, set type of num1. Let me put console.log. What do we have? So let me comment this guy out. So what do we have here? So what I'm printing now is not actually the value inside the variable, but what the type of that variable, right? So originally the value and the type of a variable in JavaScript will be determined by the kind of value that you store inside it. So that's what will determine the type of that variable, the data type of that variable. Now let's change it to a string. Now we change it to a string. You can see that the type has changed from integer to a string. Now let's say I now come here. Okay, let me use the second one as an example. strg1 for example here. So what's the type? Say the type is what? Number. Originally when I declared the variable, I assigned a string to it. So but because I reassign value to it and give it what? An integer value, so the value changed to what? To a number. Here now is what? String. So that's that. What you can deduct from here is number one, to how to check the type of a variable in JavaScript, and also it's not necessary the type of variable the type of a variable, the data type of a variable is determined by the value you store in it. Now, okay, if I want to put this ahead,
I'm calling this guy, excuse me for some minutes.
no problem. Do you see the difference now? Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
So the first one, when I first, okay, let me comment this out. The type here will be what? Number. So by your comment, the type what become string. So it doesn't matter. But one thing you need to notice when you want to, you know, when the first time I was what declaring the variable, I was able to use let. When I come here, I don't need to use let again. I can just call that variable and assign value to it. But if you are doing variable declaration with nothing, like this nothing here, you can come back here, but just because you want to assign another value to it and type like let or constant or anything. No, you cannot. There's no way you can declare a variable twice. But after the declaration, you can come. So the second one here is what calling a variable, not declaring again. I'm not declaring. I'm calling a variable and I'm assigning what value to it. So that's that. We can move. I think we should be able to move from variable to what to data type now. Although we've been talking about data type also. We can move now. So data typing. I hope that is clear. The variable declaration is clear. And what else have we done? Do you have any questions before we
Sorry,
proceed?
but the console, what's the console?
Okay, to print in the console, you know, you can see it here. This is not our web page. So let me. Okay, you can see what you can see that the type of is that we are printing a value here, right? So we want to print the value of our variable strg1. So we use console to output it. So if we close this console now, we are not going to be seeing it on our web page because JavaScript, it's either you output your this thing with console or you output with alert, or if you want to output it on the web page like this, you have to manipulate what an HTML tag to output it on that tag. So those are the ways of showing your output in JavaScript. So and the console, we are using console because it's very fast. Instead now, because we are giving a sample of variable declaration, it is easier to go about that using console than okay, every example that we want to display, we now start to manipulate every single HTML tag for that. So that's why we are using the console. Also, we can use alert. Instead of console here, you can come here and use alert. So you can see. So when you use alert, by the time you run your code, automatically it will pop up. So that's alert. So is that clear? Code first.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, you guys clear. So moving to data type. So we have two types of data type. Originally with, I think it's not programming language. We have
I'm back now.
we have primitive data type and we have what's the second one? Okay. Yeah, I think that is spell and then sharp. But second one here is what reference data type. They are not primitive, fine. But they are what reference data type. When they say primitive data type, they are data type that originally they are predefined. So they come with the programming language, like the number, the string, the constant, and so on. So they are primitive. In the sense that when you are typing a value, you already know okay, this integer, this string, based on how we declare them. So But for reference data type, such as array, such as object, and so on, so there's no particular standard. Although there's standard, but there's no particular arrangement that you cannot predict based on what I want to do or the kind of object I'm referring to, that will determine the type structure. So for primitive data type, we have number, data types. So one number. I think we should follow the way school here and see, so we can be data type. So let's see there. Okay, so the concept of data types is an important concept. To be able to operate on variable, it is important to know something about the type. Without data type, a computer cannot safely solve this. Yes. So now let's do a quick class work. Now give me the output we are going to have from here. If I console this x now, let's say console.log. Okay, sorry. Console.log x. What will be the output? Speak louder.
I said it's running into
It will
running into an error.
into an error. I don't get what you're saying. Speak louder. I don't get it. You have an error. Joshua, the same thing. Okay. Yeah, let's see now. Okay, let me before we go there. Why do you think you're going to have an error? A string, okay. And there's no way you can add in a string with integer. Okay. What's your own reason? So if you agree with him, Abi?
Yes.
Okay. You go, I support. Ashra, what's your own conclusion?
I proudly support.
Okay. But that's probability. What do you want? What do you want to say?
I think the reason why there's going to be an error is that there's no existing value for it.
There's no existing value for x. Okay, I understand. Okay, that's another angle, but you don't really need that. You don't need to. It's not a must that when you are declaring a variable, you must assign a value to it. It's not a must. You can declare a variable palm like this. So you can declare a variable like that without the value. Do you understand? So we are not going to.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's put x, but I'm telling you, we are not going to get any error here. What do we have?
System.
Now that's one thing about JavaScript. You see that plus symbol that you are seeing there. You can use it for addition, and you can use it for concatenation. Concatenation. When they concatenate is when you want to.
It becomes JavaScript.
Yes, that's one thing about JavaScript. JavaScript is very dynamic. It's a dynamic type programming language. So you have to be like you have to flow. You have to follow the flow sometimes. In Java, this way, your error from here to here. If you do anything like this in Java, you are going to get a very long one. Not one line error. Like you can have an error through this page because of this in Java. So, but now the 16 is a number, while the full is a string. So automatically JavaScript believe that okay, since you want to add 16, you want to add a number with a string. Don't worry, So I don't want to say that. So you want to add a number with a string, it's not possible, don't worry, I will concatenate them for you. So now what if I put minus here? What are we going to get? Now let me see. What are you going to get? Yes, I've changed the equation now.
Yeah, actually. Error.
Error. Do you believe in error?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. So
I don't think there was.
okay, what do you think will come out? What will the answer be? Minus 16 fold for Abi?
It's my only Volvo.
Yeah, let's see. So we are not saying
But I
error.
remove your cursor because of the video.
Sorry. So now JavaScript is a dynamically typed programming language. So it understands that okay, the first one is an integer. Number one, the reason why the plus is showing us 16 fold 4 is there's order of precedence when you have this kind of issue with plus. So it's either it is for arithmetic purpose or for concatenation purposes. So if the arithmetic is not possible, it will result to concatenation. But now we are dealing with minus. Apart from arithmetic equation, we are not using minus for any other thing in JavaScript. So it knows that okay, there's no way you mean anything else. What you are referring to is what? An arithmetic operation. The first one is what? An integer. The second one is what? No, no, it's not even a number. Anything related to number. So these are an invalid number. There's no way if you want to remove 44 from 16, it's not possible. Mathematically, if you do this, what will they tell you? What will the answer? What will it be? No, it's not like there's no way you can solve this. So it's either you leave the answer here as the final answer, or you put what? NaN there. What's the formula of NaN in mathematics? None. None. It shouldn't be none. NaN. Math. Not a number. Can you imagine? So, so it's telling us that okay, your answer is not a number. I don't understand what your answer is. So that's what we have. So now, I wanted to explain something here before we dive into concatenation and concatenation. Okay, just our take home here is when you are adding string with integer, you are concatenating, you are not adding. So if you are doing other operators, so it will treat them as okay, one a valid number, the other one is not a valid number, so you are getting what? Not a number. So that's that. Now let's go back here, let's see where we are. We have forgotten where we are. Okay, what are they saying here? Does it make any sense to add 44 to 16? Will it produce an error or will it produce a result? JavaScript will treat the example above as, can you see, string plus string, and that's it. So okay, now before we JavaScript evaluate the expression from left to right. Different sequence can produce different results. Okay, let's see what will the result be here in this scenario. Let's say we have yes 16. What's our output? Over 16 here. Okay, that's clear. So now let's say we now have something like this. Let's say 16 plus 4 that they have there. What will the result be? 24. So because it add the numbers together and combine the result with what is the string. The operation like
sign.
the sign.
Because when it was minus, give us none.
Yes, yes,
Then
yes.
not a number. Then when added to came back to 20 and 16.
Yes, the operators affect the result. Assuming now, let's say here now we have minus. I'm going to have done not a number still. Because although we had that 16 and 4, 20, but 4 is not a valid what number. So there's no way it's correctly true. So but let's just move forward. This will move faster. So we have all of that. And in this scenario, our answer is going to be 4.164 because the first one is what is a string. Then after the subsequent one is just if you just treat all of them as string. So that's that. But if the 16 plus 4 is coming first, what are you going to have? We are going to have 20 and 4. But if the full is coming first, we are going to have all of them as a string. If you just combine them side by side. So that's that.
So that will read from
Left to right. From left to right. So another thing that we need to do, assignment operator. I saw it here, though I forgot to mention it. Assignment. So there's difference between equal sign, equals. There's difference between equal sign and double equal sign and triple equal sign. So can someone tell me the difference between them? Oh yeah. Difference between equal, double equal, and triple equal. Let x, let me say let s equals to 2. Oh, okay. We already have s up there, so let me use y.
Double equal is used for comparison.
Comparison, triple equal.
I think it's the same as that.
Yes, but there's a difference there. It's used for comparison as well, but there's one distinction between double equal and triple equal. So let's say console log y. So what are we going to have here? We are going to have 2 abi. So the single equal is for assignment. We assign what is the right hand side of that equal to what we have on the right hand side. It's like we are bringing what we have on the right hand side. We want to see if it's inside what we have on the left hand side. Assignment operator. So the double equal is for comparison operator. So when we say y equivalent to, what do we have? It's equivalent to, we are comparing.
Okay.
We are comparing y and 2. Now let's say 2, you don't need the length here. So this equation, let's do a console here. So we have a result. What do we have? We have true.
True.
Yes. An equation like this, it is either true or false. So let me pick this one. Hello 3 class. So now equation like this we show is either true or false because we are comparing is 2 equals to 2, is 2 equivalent to 2. So that's that. Now let's say we have 2 equivalent to 3. What do we have? False, because 2 is not equivalent to what? To 3. Now let's do 3 equals. We have 4, abi? Then we have this. So now let me do a quick one here. Let's say 2 here. What do we have first? Go here and call. Can you see the difference now? Here it's giving us 2. It is 2. 2 here, 2 there. Although one is what? One is integer, the other one is string. But at the end of the day, 2 is 2. Yeah, but if you are using equivalent like 3 equal sign, it is false, because although 2 is equal to 2, fine, but it will compare the type as well. So that's the distinction between 2 equal sign and 3 equal sign. So if you use 1, what are you going to have? Error. It's not possible now. You cannot store, number 1, you cannot store a string inside there, an integer. And number 2, you cannot store ordinary value inside another value. You can only store value inside your a variable. So I think the class is getting boring. Small. So let's do something fun. So from there we can call it a day. Then so what are we going to do? I think we covered variable, data type. That's basically what we've done today. Setting up a JavaScript, variable declaration, data type declaration, then examples and so on. So let's quickly do function. Then after the function, we are going to have a project, a small project, a simple project. Then after that, we call it a day. So you are going to watch the video. So you can just watch this one, and as you are watching it, you are typing, so you can have a file. So as well as the project you are going to do as well. So you're going to have. I'm not going to send this file to you. So your first assignment is going to be watch the video and replicate the file and send the file to me. So with that, you know that okay, after the class you read. Do you understand? Okay. After the class, I'm going to send the video to you. You are going to watch the video, the class video. You are going to rewatch it. And this file that I'm the one typing since morning, you are not typing anything. So you are not going to type your own based on the class or the video. So
the more you sent earlier,
which one?
The more you sent earlier.
Okay.
Bootstrap.
Okay, the bootstrap. Although I sent that, it's not an assignment. So just if you like, go through it and learn. So, but this one is for our own class. So this is an assignment. It's a must you submit. So then, so function in JavaScript. I wonder if you know the video. So, what is a function? Don't read this one for me.
I was about to do that.
Let's see. I asked a question and I still give you the answer. Okay, you don't know how to put it into definition. What's the difference between function and subroutine? Subroutine.
Function.
Have you heard of subroutine?
No.
You forgotten. Subroutine, function. I'm very sure you've heard of it.
Yes. Today, good morning.
You study computer science now? Yes, heard of it. There's no way they will mix it. If they mix it in on 111 class or CSE 111 or 101 intro to computer, they will not mix it in intro to programming. They will not. In fact, in intro to internet itself, they can talk about it. Not to mention intro to
Is it related to subclass?
subclass. function and substitute, they are almost the same thing. They are let's say they are the same thing. The only difference there is function must return a value. When you declare a function, that function must return a value. But subroutine, no, we are not doing mathematics. function of no, we are not doing mathematics here. So that's not the function we are talking about. We are talking about function in programming. So although it's like almost the like in using in the English term, they are like the same thing. So normal function of s is unique and yes. So but in programming, what we have is when you have a function like this, it's like a snippet of code. You know, we explain something that this is an interpreter, it interprets your code line by line. So that means every line will be executed, every single line you type will be executed. Now, what function is bringing into our code is that yes, everything will be interpreted line by line, but the code inside the function will not be executed until you invoke that function. You can see that, okay, for example, let's say we have let s equals to 16 plus 4 plus 4 and I output console.log, abi. Now let me now declare a function. Let me call it testing. We are testing microphone, and inside this function I have this code here. Originally, let's say we don't have this function. What do we have? Automatically we have 20 full. But now we declare a function and we copy this code. We move this code from the main coding area and we put it inside the function. You can see we have this code here, but we are not seeing any output. The reason why is that this code, these two lines have not been executed. We have them written but not yet executed. So if you want to execute that line, what do we need to do? We need to invoke this function. What I mean by invoke is we need to call the function.
Yeah.
So how do we call the function? Type the function name. Do you see our 20 Yes. So that's the function of that's the
That's what we call function. That's what we call function.
this is what we call function, and this is the use case of a function. So we use it to don't let me bring it from the edge from my this thing. So let's read this. From here we can still have better understanding. A JavaScript function is a block of code designed to perform a particular task. A JavaScript function is executed when something invokes it or calls it. Now, it's an example. So syntax, this is the syntax of a function. So not say much. Now, let's say for example, as an example, we have a function. There's something called arguments. So an arguments are basically variables. Let's say this equals to 2, terminate, and let p is equals to 98, terminate. So we have this. So I've been typing jargons. So you can come inside our function like this and type we have z and we have p. So what we are doing here basically is we are passing a variable to the function. So this variable we are passing to the function is called an argument, and in here our 16 we can replace this one with z and replace this one with p. Let's see what we are having. So let's go. So what do we have now? Choose Lara boy. Set is a number. I think there's something going
You
on.
need to put the test inside the doc.
Hmm? Ah, so he's treating this guy as a this. Let me set. Okay, let me do it this way. Set. What do you mean? Set P undefined. But just pass it through our function. You need to elaborate. Yeah, now let's see what we have here. Yes, now this is the function, this is the function name, this is the parameter, and we have. I think I'm the one typing what is not. So let's do it like this first. Sample and our return. So here, let me say P1 is equals to 23 and P2 is equals to 45. So my function, call out my function, and we pass. Okay, wait to. I think I will make. There's a mistake I made here. I'm coming. That first function should work. Okay, so here we actually don't need this at first. Don't mind me. So we can now pass 12,25 here. So the problem we had is this. My intention was, okay, since I already declared the variable and assigned value to them, so I'm passing the. So I believe that I was passing the variable that I declared into the function. So I was expecting it to inherit the value. So but that's how it works. So the value of this argument here, the variables here, you are going to pass it when you are calling, when you are invoking the function. Do you understand? So the first one is Z, second one is P. So the value of Z, you are going to pass it when you are what? Calling that function. The value of P, you are going to assign it when you are what? When you are passing it. So I think this will work. And also let's combine our code for now. At least I want to see the reaction. See how our normal results, right? So this is a function. This is how to declare a function. So, and this is how to invoke the function. So that's that. Now let's do our quick class. Our quick project. Let me even delete everything. Let me delete everything. Since we have the video, so don't worry. I don't need my own file, and I'm not sending it to you, so I can delete everything like that. So now let's say Bob project.
Your question.
Oh, sorry. So Bob project. You don't need the console here. You really want to see. So what we want to do in this project is that we want to be able to switch off and on a bulb like this bulb now. When we switch, we want it to go off. When we turn it on, we want it to come up. So that's what we want to do now. Project like that with JavaScript. So You can see how
Okay.
that project sounds. I mean, one thing about programming is the results. The result they are going to get will be natural, but the work, the input, you are going to have a lot of manipulation and so on. Like when I said okay, when we switch on the bulb and off it, the way it works in the real life is there's electricity and this bulb is working and there's a connection between the switch and the bulb. So but in this particular project we don't have electricity on our system like in our test editor, and we don't have a bulb that we can buy. Although maybe later on that can be possible in the meta phase, but right now we are in the real phase here. So in the real phase, there's no way that one is possible in our coding right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to do picture manipulation. So we're going to have a picture with the bulb working and another one with the bulb not working. So when we switch it on, we slide in the one that is working, and when we off it, we slide in the one that is not working.
Yeah, okay.
So to do that, we're going to, let's say we have our H1. I want to use one depreciated tag here, so don't mind me because I don't want to write CSS. Or should we write CSS for it? Okay, let's do CSS. So I'm going to do an inner CSS. We all know how to write an inner CSS, right? Abi?
Yes.
So okay, matching zero. Okay. So I have my H1. Welcome to Bob Project. You okay? Welcome to Bob Project. My CSS is not yet working. What happened? Maybe I have to start the body. How about that? Voila. Then what do this should centralize it.
I think it's actually changing.
It's changing, but
Like it
I'm not
changed.
getting the results. The result I want to get is, you know what I want to do, right?
Not center it.
I want to centralize it.
Not center. Okay.
Center tag, yes. I wanted to use it, but the tag has been depreciated. I don't want to. That's why I said I don't want to use. I mentioned that I want to use one depreciated tag, and I was typing it and I deleted it. Like, okay, now let's use CSS. So if we able to do this,
What's the depreciated
the center tag. So
I said I was a depreciated
I've
tag.
answered
I thought it
you.
was meaning for it tag to be depreciated.
Okay, what it means is that tag originally is a valid tag. Maybe in HTML, I think HTML4, HTML version 4, that tag is actually valid, center tag. So it will centralize your everything inside. It will be at the center of the web page. So that's just it. You understand? So okay,
Yes,
I think
yes.
we are going to use it. My CSS now.
Can we use text align with the CSS?
Test align.
And text align with the
Yes, you can use test align, but
I thought you said inline style.
inner.
Inline style.
Inner. I said inner.
Okay.
There's inner, there's inline, and there's external. So we have this now. You can see that this is centralized now. So welcome to, and I want to put a little bit of styling here. Okay,
Or you can call it no.
this one color, let's say golden rod. Yes, we have that, and inside this, let's say we have a paragraph. Let me use Lauren. What time, Jerry?
Right.
Thank you. So, and after this, I'm going to have a button, and inside this button, let's say turn on. I'm going to have another button, turn off. Is that off? Yes, that's off. And in between, we are going to have an image, src. So let's have alternative test for dot if. So I think I've already downloaded the listing there. Not in this folder. You have a question? Okay. Now let me look for the picture. My system. We have question. Ask the question.
I've seen it.
Okay. So these are the pictures that I've downloaded. I think they are here somewhere. It should be here. Bob on and off. So cutting them out, having them here. That wait though. This project, where is it?
Yes.
This is it. Yes. So we have this. Now, as for our SRC, so you know how to embed picture a bit. So we have what is the name?
And then
So we have pick. Oh, yes. Off. So you can see that originally our bobbies was off. We turn on. So what means that when by the time we click that turn on, it comes off. And when we click turn off, it goes off. So to do that, let's go to our JavaScript. So script. Now before we go to the script, let's give this guy ID of on, ID of off. Then the image too, we give it an ID of yeah?
Can you also color the button?
Okay, we should design the button abi. Okay, no problem. To make it like no wahala, I'm going to do that. Let's say this one is the image. Okay, so first step we should design this button. The button is not looking nice. Yes now. So to do that, okay, but before that, let's pick our ID since we have an ID already. So let's say width Let me give it a dynamic weight. 2 rem is too small. Let's give it 5. I think that's okay. For the width, let's say padding. Oh yeah, now padding 1 rem. Oh, too much. 0.5. Too small. Oh, that was 0.05, 0.5. Right. Then we can give it, let's say, background color white and border 1 pixels solid golden rod or golden green. I want to do light green. Then I want to do
Let's give it border radius.
okay, border radius 2 pixels. 2 pixels is small. 5. Or let's give it 8. Okay. How about this?
It's okay.
It's okay like this. Okay. Let's do more. On over.
That
Right.
over.
Background color.
I think you wanted to write on, but you wrote no.
Did I write no?
Check the ID.
Oh,
Yes.
don't mind me. So on over, let's say the color is green, turn to green, light green. Let's pick light green like that. So that one working now? Not working yet.
I think there's supposed to be a colon after your.
Yes, there is. Good. And we have, let's change the color to white.
No, right. You want to. You want.
Wrote O instead of I.
See. I don't like that green.
And it's green.
It's okay like this, have it?
Yeah.
Turn on. So let's have the same thing, another design for off. Yeah, I like copy and paste though. I don't have time like that. So here we are going to have, instead of green, we are going to have red. Everywhere you see green, change it to red. And that's it. Pam. Show fine bye. So you can still do further design here, like you can wrap everything inside a div. Wrap everything inside a div. So let's have this. Did I exclude the button? Yes, I want to write everything. Like this, like a wrapper. Wrapper. Now let's go to style our wrapper. So let me give it border first. Border 1 pixels. Come on, this will be the lagbara. Wait. So
I'm matching.
I'm coming. The width, let's give it how many pixels? 300 pixels. Is that okay? Oh, let's do more than that. Let's do 500. Let's not be stingy. Okay. We can leave the height like that. So let's say padding 10 pixels. Good. So you can change the background
That's
radius.
radius.
You shall like border radius, Abi. Let's change the background there to something like this. Is that cool? Okay, so I think that design is okay for now. Let's go back to our JavaScript now. So you want to make sure that when you click this on button, you change the image. When you click the off, you change the image again. So to change image, I already mentioned one simple magic that we can do, which is document dot get element by ID. You've done that today, right?
Yes.
Get element by ID.
Fine.
The first ID we are getting is what? On dot. Then we use inner HTML, but now we are using what? SRC. We can use any attribute of that tag. Is equals to pick underscore or off dot gif. Oh, this should be on now. Bob off, Bob on rather. Bob on this picture. So that's that. Now let's see if this works. It's not working. Wait. Okay. What should we do? Let's get the function. At least let's put this thing to use. We already learned what function is. So light on. Let's say function light on. So document dot get element by ID. What's the ID of the img image? Abi? Image.
Yes.
So that's that. Let's have another function. Light off. So it should be off image. That's that. Now to make sure that it works, you can see that it's not working yet. So because we've not called. Yes, they are not connected to the button. Number one. Number two is we are yet to call the function as well. Now to connect them to this button, there's an attribute of this button called on click. This is an event. This is JavaScript event. You can see we have a lot of events here: on abort, on blur, on can display, on change, on click, on so and so on. So we are using on click event. So on click event, we want to invoke our function, our light on function, and that's that. And here as well, when you click this one, on click here as well, our light off function. So our page will be working now. Tana. You understand? You get it. So what to turn over, what to ban, what to turn on. So I think it's a very good one for starting. So now one thing about JavaScript.
I want to ask a question.
Before you ask your question, let me do the closing.
Okay.
So everything we've learned today, one thing about programming language is that you have to learn them, understand them, and everything like we talk about how to set up your environment, how to declare variable, how to manipulate HTML elements and all of this. So you just have to know them offhand. Like you can cram the syntax as well. Just make sure you don't forget it. make sure you understand it, because along the line, as you are progressing, you're going to be making use of all these basic stuff. You don't like be in the class now, after the class you forget about them and you proceed. As we are moving forward, you'll be getting more confused, because you don't know how to declare variable, and let's say you don't know how to, you can't remember how to declare variable now, and you want to do maybe a very big project, you are just declaring variable and using it, you be like, what is this one? Like, I don't know what's happening and so on. So you just have to like make sure you understand them, cram them if you want, make sure you don't forget, and use them use them time to time, so that as you are progressing, which will be progressing with what? With the class. So I think this is a good start. We can stop here today. We tried now. It's like 2 hours already. Ahead, 2 hours 50 seconds. So alright. Our next class is Thursday, right? So we'll be having our next class on Thursday at JavaScript. We are going to continue from where we stop. So your question, observation, contribution.
We keep on dropping this bootstrap video.
Yes. In between there's another class with this guy and there's another person. So we started from HTML from scratch. HTML, CSS, bootstrap, we are on the bootstrap level. In fact, I asked him to join the class because after the bootstrap we are moving to JavaScript. So I want you to like go back to the how to declare variable now again when we start JavaScript in that class. So but one thing I want to do is by the time we start JavaScript in that class, so you are going to be ahead of this class, because the class there is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 times a week. So like what we have now, we are having this class Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, almost every day. So and this one is twice a week. Going to be ahead of us. And for now, we are still on the same level. We are doing bootstrap there, and we're doing JavaScript here. So I'll be dropping the video from that one, from that class. And if you want to join too, I'll be dropping the invite link so you can join to be online. So we are available when we are having the class. You can join. If you are not available, we are going to drop the video. So, actually, what was your question?
I wanted to ask you that the image you used
Yes.
for the pick on and pick off, they are the same sizes, are they?
Yes, although the image is somehow identical. I saw it on, actually saw this project on this thing, Javascript school. And when I saw it there, I tried to look for the image on Google. I couldn't find an exact image, so I went back to Javascript school to download that image. You understand?
Yes.
So I don't even check for the size or anything, but it works perfect.
Okay.
So
Because they are not the same size.
of course it will change
When
when we
we
change
click
it. Like now when we run this, for someone that doesn't know how we write the code, the person will actually believe that they are turning on the bulb, right? You can see that apart from the light that's coming up, nothing else is changing. You can see.
Yes.
So you believe that okay, they are turning it on. What do you do it? So thanks to the picture that helps us out. So that will be all for today. Any other question?
No, for now.
No, for now. Okay, so we can ask our question in the group. So that's that. See you guys on Thursday.